Hi everybody, it's me again, and we're moving on to the aquatic planet. I think that's what it's called. Aquarium Park. Why do I keep calling it aquatic planet for? Aquarium Park, okay. This is the water level of the game. Pretty self-explanatory. There's going to be plenty of underwater sections, but you know, it's not that bad. I mean, I know that there are plenty of people who hate, and I mean hate, water sections with a passion, especially in Sonic games. But this water level is actually not too bad. A lot of the time you're actually spent on the surface. When you are in the water, it's easy enough to go through the water. And in all honesty, it's not that bad at all, actually. It's definitely a good water level. Though, of course, there are some people that are probably doubting that, like, there's no such thing as a good water level, but there is. It's called Aquarium Park. And you'll see why when I get to the, well, a water section. But a lot of the sections are basically above water, so some people might not even class this as a water level. I mean, at 6, I think, is the only one where you really have to spend a lot of time underwater. But the rest of the time, you don't have to go underwater, it's like optional. But anyway, if you go underwater, you can constantly double jump. And that might be a bit cheap, but it works out quite nicely. Because you can double jump all you like, you don't need to worry so much about drowning, because you can always get back up to the surface. Cheating? Possibly. Makes it seem like Sonic can swim? Yeah, again, possibly. We all know Sonic can't swim. But it's handy, I suppose. You can also use drill through the water like I just did. Another handy thing to do if you really want to, you know, get through the water and not worry too much. And that's another new move that's sort of been introduced in this level, is being able to push block boxes along by spin dashing into them and stuff, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of laser wisps, a lot of drill wisps, and I really would have liked to have kept the laser wisp, but it's not going to be the end of the world. And there's plenty of bubbles underwater, so if you find yourself stuck under there for too long, you can just suck in some air with the bubble. See, if I had a laser, I could have probably gotten through this section much quicker, but I don't. I have drill, so that teaches me for picking up drill. I should have just jumped over the drill and just kept with laser. Would it have been the end of the world if I had fallen in the water? No, not with the infinite jump ability. That's why I refuse to consider Aquarium Park as a bad level, because, seriously, with the infinite jump, the underwater sections are completely and utterly easy. Is it possible to drown? Yeah, of course it is. But they're not hard. And I don't know why, but I fancy being a show-off. And just like, oh yeah, I've got the boxes, I can just push them into you. Look at me, I can use the boxes. Yeah, take this! And it still doesn't wipe them all out, fucking hell. Oh well. Whoa! Should have probably boosted, but I can't. Anyway, the gold ring's underwater, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. It's literally just here. I didn't want to do that, I wanted to just... That's what I wanted to do, that's it. It's a pain in the ass getting lives on this screen in Aquarium Park, because you're underwater and obviously the jumping and all that is a lot floatier. Obviously it's difficult to kind of show off because I kind of responded very late. But yeah, I generally don't care too much if I don't get lives at the end of the stage in Aquarium Park, because it's such a pain in the arse with the floaty water jumping physics. Okay. Let's continue on. This level's not too bad. I don't think you go in water at all in this level, if I remember rightly. I don't know problem is with what people's problem is really with Sonic water levels. I mean, yeah, I can kind of agree that they're slow, and that, you know, the drowning music is creepy. Yes, I'll admit that. But I kind of like the water levels. I think they add a sense of challenge, and I kind of appreciate the fact that they don't rely on speed through all of the Sonic levels. Like, it's a platformer as well. And I can really appreciate that approach more than anything else. So, that's why I don't hate Labyrinth Zone. That's why I don't hate Hydrocity. Mind you, loads of people dislike Hydrocity, so I can that's kind of pointless for me to state. Anyway, literally, no water in this level at all. No problem at all. And as you can see, the floaty jumping physics just makes it very difficult to, unless you kind of do this, and even then there's no guarantee, because you have to kind of smash through quite a fair bit. I mean, it's not a real problem with the gameplay as such. That would be a stupid thing to downrate the game for. Oh, in Aquarium Park, the screen where you get graded, you can't get lives very easy because the jumping physics and stuff. That would be a stupid complaint. It's really a nice little extra. It's not meant to, you know. Anyway, I believe you're supposed to go down here. And I'm gonna drown. No, I'm not. But I was like, oh god, drowning music, quick! Rocket! Thankfully, if you activate a wisp, I think that cancels out the drowning. Which is a rather nice touch, and it just goes to show you should never drown in this level. Shit. Infinite jump ability, go! Slide and down. I don't mean to commentate on what's on the screen, it's just the thing I do when I'm kind of nervous being watched at the doorway. Yeah, like I say, you should never drown in this level. It's really easy. I mean, yeah, it can still potentially happen, but anything can happen if you think about it. I want to get up to that grind rail. You can dive faster, I like that aspect of it. But at the same time, I've always liked just timing my dives so that they're, you know, just soaring through the air slowly. How relaxing can you get? There's not really much to this bit. Just kill the robots when they come down and... yeah, nothing to it. And we're already at the end of Act 3. This is going rather quickly. I cannot object to that. I'm going to try and see if I can get a life. I probably won't be able to. No. I figured as much. Right. Act 4 already? Yeah? We're going through this quite quickly. It's not taking too long at all. Right. I think this act... I've got this gut feeling that this is the act where this robot chases you, yes. And it likes to punch you if you're close to it, and if you're not close to it, it likes to fire lasers. We'll come across that robot again at the end of the level, but I remember the first time playing this, that robot gave me a little bit of jip. Like I said, I never died due to drowning. The only thing I really died from in this level was that robot. And that was obviously at a time when I was very new to the game. The robot really isn't that tricky to deal with. Infinite jump, go! I want those wisps. Having the boost is going to be so helpful against that robot later on. Though it is, of course, very tempting to just boost across the water just because of how epic it looks. I mean, come on. It looks epic when you're speeding across the water. So, oh, I don't need to go down here. I want to go this way. Plenty of robots to smash up here. Oh, a laser wisp. So I'm going to use that. Because occasionally there are like these sparks in the wall and you can take a shortcut through the wall. Like this. It's kind of neat. I do appreciate the little shortcuts that you can take with the wisps. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Anyway, there's a drill wisp. And like I say, you can use the drill wisp in the water like you would use the drill wisp in like soft ground. Which is really nice. It makes this section go a lot faster, I will say that. So I would just like say, drop in the water and use the drill wisp. It's so much quicker. You'll get through this section like really, really quickly. And I could have got them. Could have got that at the bottom there, but I kind of screwed that up, and I really need to be careful because I don't want to hit the spike anymore. But get out! Get out the fucking water, you stupid hedgehog! Right. Didn't mean to do that. Not at all. Right. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to head down. God damn it! Down! I could have just dropped down, but I wanted to show off. Right, we're nearing towards the end where we have to get chased by that blasted robot. Okay. Right. I want to time this carefully so I don't get hit by the spike ball. Because that is sort of 2D, even though it doesn't look it. It is. Oh, for fuck's sake, spikes! Worst bloody placement! Okay. I can use laser here. I definitely will do that, actually. I've gotten a little bit better at controlling it, so why not? Oh god. Right, jump up here. Oh damn it, didn't mean to do that. Seriously, a lot of this game is in 2D, I don't understand it. Why not 3D? That's one of the reasons why I like Generations just a little bit better. Generations had like the perfect blend with with one Sonic's levels at least. I wouldn't expect classic Sonic's levels to be in 3D because it's classic Sonic. Okay. Right. Here we go. This is the bit where the robot chases us. Basically, the robot has two moves. If it's close to you, it will try and punch you. Whereas if you boost, it will just fire lasers at you, which, you know, you can dodge. I generally tend to... I'd say don't waste your boost. Because if you waste your boost, then... well... it'll punch you. Anyway, that robot is easily defeated. Come on, life. Oh no. Ah, for fuck's sake. Stopped running. Just what I didn't want to happen. Okay, Act 5. Right. This one shouldn't be a problem. What? I think this one is... Yeah, I thought so. It's the one with the spring. The spring that was in Starlight Carnival makes a return in Aquarium Park. So this is just another one of those levels where you don't go in water at all, I don't think. And I died, so yeah. I didn't mean to die. So let's just do this again without dying. Spring our way across. Be careful of these boxes because they will explode if you're on them for too long. I'd say try and get up to the red ring if you can, it'd be easier. Don't run too fast because it is possible to overshoot the spring. I didn't realise this initially. I thought the spring would always be able to catch up to me. No, you can overshoot it. Right. I think this one is a little bit easier than Starlight Carnivals, but not by a whole lot. I mean, they're both easy, so it's just a case of making sure you don't overshoot it. And that was stupid. Really, Sonic should have been able to get up there, and he didn't, so... Damn it! Okay. Right, that's better. Let's just do this the cheapskate way. Go over the top completely. Whoa! Okay, I didn't need the spring. That's awesome. I don't think I have... No, I don't. I was going to say, I don't have to go on water, do I? But no. You just jump on these springs now and avoid the explodey boxes of doom. And that's really all there is to it. You should have no problems at all with this level. Unlike me, who failed. Right, I'm nearly there. Right, and there's the ring. Come on, give us a life, give us a life, give us a life, give us a life. Of course not. Why would you be kind to me? Okay. Time for Act 6. And this is the act where you'll spend a lot of time underwater. So if you don't like underwater levels, then, well, you're going to love this level. Literally, you spend a lot of time underwater. But as I said, you shouldn't really drown in this game. It's not a hard game. You've got the infinite jump you can use. There's plenty of bubbles around that you can take advantage of. Though you might hear the drowning theme occasionally, but really, I've kind of gotten used to the drowning theme by now. I don't find it as scary as I used to. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to freak out when I heard the drowning theme. I'm not quite sure what the fish do. I think there's some kind of shield. Which is kind of neat, I suppose. I'm just going to come straight out and say I don't actually research games before I LP them, but most people probably already know that. I'm lazy. It's not a good thing to be, but you know, I've explained multiple times before that I've got other things going on as well, so it's just kind of, I record and do things as and when I can. Yeah, the only thing I really don't like about this level is because when you're underwater, the music muffles, so I can't get to hear the awesome Aquarium Park music. Aquarium Park is my second favourite track in the game. Second favourite level track, I should say. I don't know if I'm able to get close to that or not. Oh well, it's not worth it because I'm not going after Supersonic in this playthrough. This is just like a little playthrough of the game. Do the fish prevent drowning? Because I'm certain that the drowning theme was about to play. Sometimes I do get a bit paranoid and just like, oh my god, I need bubbles. I'm gonna drown. I need bubbles. So don't be surprised if you see me constantly backtracking up to that point just to pick up bubbles and stuff so I don't drown and shit. Can't get through there at all. See what I mean? I'm kind of backtracking just to get a bubble because I'm paranoid I'm going to drown. But like I said, you shouldn't really drown in this stage, so I don't really understand my paranoia at all. And yeah, you just abuse the double jump and you should never have a problem. And look, we're already at the surface. Yay, we get to hear Aquarium Park's incredible music again. And I think I'm about to die in a second, if I remember correctly. Yep. Pay attention to the sign that flashes up on the screen with the exclamation mark. It means you gotta jump. It means bottomless pit ahead. Anyway, this section is kind of straightforward. But there is one part near the end where I kind of get confused. And like I say, I do apologise if you keep hearing the door shutting and opening behind me. That's my husband coming in and out of the room. I can hardly stop him from doing that, can I? So, there's two routes that I can go, and I initially was going to go one route, and then I went the other route, and so this is the route I find easiest to go down. But unfortunately, don't do that. Because if you do that, you'll die. Like I just did. Right. Whee! I do like this level. I like the way it looks. I like, you know, I just think this level's really awesome. It's probably, off the top of my head, I'd probably say this one's my second favourite level in the whole entire game. Now, I could go this way. And I think this one is kind of trickier. Because you've got to be quite quick here, I think, so you can catch the routes, that you can do the light speed dash. And I tried to get it to work there and it wouldn't work. So I'm going to cut ahead to when I actually decide to go the other route, which I much prefer. Okay, this is the route I prefer to go down, okay. Maybe it makes me a wimp because I'm not going the other route, but this is the route that I prefer to go down. It's the route I consider easiest, and holy shit, there's still bottomless pits. I just think the other route, maybe you've got to be quick or something. And me, be quick? Yeah. Fat chance. And for whatever reason, I fell in water and I died. That don't make any sense. Given that the rest of the level you can go in the water just fine, how does that water make any difference? Yes, it might be a bottomless pit, but it's still water and I've got the infinite double jump. But nonetheless, we go into this room and we've got to fight a whole bunch of robots before we can proceed. I hate when they do this in a Sonic game. It just disrupts the flow. I didn't even like it when, like, Sonic Rush did it. I just found it really tedious and I just wanted to move on, but I couldn't. Thankfully, when Sonic Rush did it, it was very, you know, they didn't stuff robots to the hilt in a room. You, like, had, like, 2-3 robots to take out. Unlike Sonic 06, where they give you shit tons to take out. Anyway, we're near enough at the end of Act 6. Whoa! That's one ugly eel. Anyway, we're nearly through with this level. Like, gimme, gimme, gimme. I think the Gold ring should be around here soon. So the only thing I don't like about being underwater is that the music's muffled. I mean, at the same time, I kind of appreciate it because it's a different approach, but at the same time, I like being able to hear the music at the same time. I mean, they didn't muffle the music in the classic Sonic games. Anyway. Now, let's move on to the boss. And then we can finish this level up. Or finish this part up.
Man, running past all those fish put me in the mood for sushi. I doubt Eggman had the decency to put a good sushi joint in this park.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, try the newest dining experience here at Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park, the Bucket of Sushi. Now with fish.
Ugh, like I was saying. Hey, did somebody here order a clobbering? Are you sure? It says somebody ordered an extra large clobbering topped with everything. Okay. Tell you what, I can't take this thing back, so I'll give you an extra large clobbering for nothing. Hope you're hungry.
Okay, boss time. And this boss, like I mentioned before in the last part, the bosses generally don't, differentiate much, and they don't have an enormous amount of variety. This boss is essentially the same as, well, very drastically similar to the boss in, Sweet Mountain. The only difference is it's underwater, and so obviously you have to be aware that you don't want to run out of air. You have these Eggman missiles chasing you, so you're going to have to guide them. You are going to have to lure them, so to speak, towards this barrier. Smash it open. And yes, drowning is a very real threat in this boss, hence why I said collect air. Like I say, use the missiles to take out that barrier, then hit the switch, and that should take care of the sub for a little while. Now, you have drill again, much like you did in Sweet Mountain, and the only difference is you're underwater, so you have to give chase to Eggman's robot. And don't let him get too far away, because otherwise he can be a little bit of a bitch to catch. Because he will run away, unlike the other guy. I don't think the other guy bothered to run away, but this one does. It's like he knows that the drill wisp is going to hurt him something chronic. So. Right. Let's do this one more time. Like I said, this boss is a joke if you have the drill wisp. It's the drill wisp that makes this boss, well, challenging. Well, why did I say that? The drill wisp is the thing that makes this boss easy. There we go. I said challenging and I meant easy. This boss is a complete and utter joke with the drill wisp. And just waiting for this guy to appear again, as he surely will. And drill. And it didn't take me as long to catch him this time round. Because I had a good head start. 2 hits with a drill wisp should take him out. Otherwise I believe it's 4 hits without the drill wisp, if I remember rightly. Anyway, that's this boss, and it's just as much of a joke as the Sweet Mountain boss was. Nothing to it, really. The only thing you've got to bear in mind is that you are going to need to collect air. Because otherwise you could drown. It's not likely you'll drown, because it's really not that hard to find air bubbles and stuff, but you could drown. Anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next part.
Great job, Sonic.
You know me. I aim to please.
Well, I'm totally pleased, and a little nauseous. I grabbed a bite at the bucket of sushi.
What's the verdict?
His cruelty knows no bounds.